All right, this thing's live. Let's do it. Happy Monday, everybody. I don't know about you, but when you have a kid, you have to wait a couple of years in order for your kid to, I don't want to say love you back. That sounds bad. But just dropped my little 2.5-year-old daughter off at Graham's, and she grabbed me by the head and kissed me on the lips, and it just makes it all better. It's all worth it. Not that it wasn't worth it in the first place, but you know what I mean. All right, lots to cover, okay? We're rolling to school. I think it's the 18th of August. Best month ever. And I just want to throw this out there. Kyle Kuhlman does not like doing this. Kyle Kuhlman does not like posting. Kyle Kuhlman does not like attaching a mic to himself. Kyle Kuhlman hates his voice. Kyle Kuhlman is insecure. Kyle Kuhlman does care a lot about what other people think. And that is hard because guess who is Kyle Kuhlman? Yes, you guessed it. Mr. Kuhlman, on the other hand, my little alter ego that I get to have, Mr. Kuhlman, has no problem standing on chairs, getting a group of kids together, being loud and silly and goofy and all the things that Mr. Kuhlman gets to be. I am also Mr. Kuhlman, which makes it hard because I struggle between being Kyle Kuhlman and Mr. Kuhlman. Both humans in me, not that there's two of them, but you get where I'm going. Both people love high school students, care about high school students, have absolutely adored the last 10 years of teaching, having young minds in class, learning from you. And please know, I hope that these silly little videos allow you to stay connected with me long after you're in my class. Now, I've learned that when I post these videos, there's like a little checkbox that you have to check, and I've been checking, yep, it's safe for kids. We're going to, keep this a kid-safe channel. But when you post a video on YouTube and you say it's safe for kids, guess what happens? The comments go away. And now initially when I was doing this, I was like, I'm going to turn off comments because there's going to be someone that's like hating on me and I don't want it to ruin my day. And so preemptively I was like, you know what? We're just going to shut off comments. But then a couple of emails come through from students saying, hey, I've wanted to say something, and I'm like, oh, dude, I love that. That's why I'm doing this. I'm doing this for the students that have endured my class, endured my dad jokes and the ill-timed humor, whatever it was, and I want to know what you're doing. I want to know how school is going for you college peeps. I want to know where you're working. I would love to be able to keep in contact with you. And maybe, just maybe, I'm learning YouTube might not be the best way of doing that. Somebody had mentioned a TikTok. And I believe I have an account because I think people have sent me videos over the past. And in order to see them, I've had to create an account. But Kyle Kuhlman doesn't want to post on TikTok. Guess who does? Mr. Kuhlman, you know what I mean? I've always been obsessed with Dr. Seuss and lived down in San Diego. I used to drive by his house because I'm like, this guy's awesome. Anyway, Dr. Seuss got to be who Dr. Seuss is. Well, guess what? Dr. Seuss was wasn't even a doctor. And his name was Theodore Geisel. And I bet, like me, Theodore Geisel was a human, but Dr. Seuss, he got to be this creative genius that did everything that Dr. Seuss got to do. Dr. Seuss never had kids. Dr. Seuss has a pretty interesting had an interesting love life throughout his career, and that is Google searchable. But all that to say, maybe if my past students or current students aren't on Instagram and YouTube, then maybe I have to figure out the world of TikTok. But it brings me to the point of I am 40 years young and I am learning. I'm learning about the things that I want to learn about. Senor Patino, sorry, man, I'm not learning about the Spanish stuff that you were teaching me, although I'm trying to speak it every day. But once high school's over, the learning should not stop. If the learning stops after high school, I'm going to say, oh, man, you got a lot to learn. I never took a class on being a dad or a husband, or I never learned how to start a business, you know what I mean? And so after high school, you get to learn about whatever the heck you want to learn about. And you also get to not learn about whatever the heck you don't want to learn about. And at 40, you should still be learning about all the things you want to learn about and not learning about. You get the point. So, I say all that to say, what the heck have you been learning about? Those of you guys in college with an undeclared major like myself in college, they're probably shoving you in a bunch of random classes like they did me. Those of you guys better off than me with an engineering or a nursing major, I can assume what the heck you're learning about, but not even in school. I'm out of school. I still have to learn. I watched a 22-minute video, can't make this up, last night on YouTube about a MakerBot 3D printer, because guess who wants to know the ins and outs of the 3D printer in my classroom? Yours truly. And so this whole thing is also a learning experience. Like, I'm looking right now, and one of the videos got something funky going on in this. Hey, a good YouTuber would have that fixed, but you know what? I am learning as I go. And last week's flip-flop, ready, set, go, to go, set, ready. Holy cow. I did the go part. I'm trying to stay true to that. Hey, I'm still trying to get set. Someone asked me over the weekend about this whole thing, and again, I start with, I'm uncomfortable with it. I want to do it for my kids. Mr. Coolman is pumped to be doing this for them, but hey, I have a hard time. This is hard in a lot of ways. I want it to be beneficial, and I want it to be fun. I don't want to overthink it. I don't want to have a script. I don't want this to take away from the little time in my day that I have to do other things. So how do I keep it fun? How do I keep it engaging? These are all things that I'm thinking about, and I hope you see that this is a learning process together. When to post at what time, how to link it, how to on Fridays, not many people are interested on a Friday. Cool, that's good stuff to know. Maybe, anyway, all that to say, I didn't post over the weekend because, you know what? I want this to be my drive to school, and that is what this is. For my students, it is day 4. And this is the week that we get to actually have some fun. Not that we didn't have fun last week, but a lot of last week was learning about each other, learning each other's names, getting to know one another, a lot of team building, which we'll continue to do this week. But we get to fly this week, which is awesome. And my kids sign up for my program because that is one of the most fun things that we will do in class. And for my students, last week everything was new. Today you probably woke up and you did what every human in my class does. It new fades away and it becomes normal, and then it's just the usual. You wake up, you hop on a bus, whatever it is, you get to our program, you maybe grab breakfast, you maybe say what's up. Hey, new is becoming normal, and that is the case with anything. I walked down the aisle and kissed the bride. That was a new thing, and it still is like, whoa, I am a married man. That's crazy. But then it just becomes normal. I've got 3 beautiful little humans that I take care of. It is crazy to become a parent, and then after a while you get in the swing of it, and then it is just the norm, and you're like, hey, yep, I'm a husband, I'm a dad, I'm a teacher, but I struggle with that imposter syndrome of like, I spent majority of my life not any of those things, so I'm still figuring it out as I go. And guess what? When you get married or you have kids, that learning never stops. I don't even know the 100 stories I could tell you over the weekend. My 6-year-old and I are learning alongside each other because I want to be a parent that listens to them, that feels them and hears them. I do. Someone told me one of the best parenting advices you can have is to remember your own childhood. Oh man, I don't remember a lot. I remember the feelings that I felt. I remember Big Brother being my best friend or beating me up, you know what I mean? I like being chosen, not being chosen, being seen at school, not feeling seen. Anyway, I say all that to say I got some shade from the bus in front of me. We will snap this photo, and this photo will be the photo I use for the YouTube video. You know what I'm talking about? I don't either. But when you post a video on YouTube, you have to say, hey, which clip is the title page, the front page? I'm assuming that bus blocking my shade makes me look really darn good. Rocking an orange shirt. Orange is my favorite color. In high school, my room was painted orange. My 6-year-old favorite color is orange, and I hope that I have a little part to play in that. But to sum things up, you kids out there, and you'll always be kids to me. Same way my little 3 humans will always be my babies. I don't care how old they are, but if you've been through my class or are in my class, you kids never stop learning, okay? I would love to hear about what you've been learning about or what you want to learn about. And we live in a world to where you can learn anything from the little device in your pocket. Do you know how crazy that is? There are 0 excuses now to not know how to do something. The amount of toilets I've fixed or refrigerators or garage doors I've fixed from YouTube. Hey, don't say I didn't tell you, okay? If you're showing up to school today and you're like, I don't want to learn about the things that I'm learning about. Yeah, I get it. If you're in high school, you gotta pass chemistry. You gotta pass or whatever the heck you're taking. You know what I mean? And so, hey, apply yourself, but realize there comes a day to where if you hate chemistry, guess what? You never get to do, never have to do again, learn chemistry. You know what I mean? So, the challenge is to learn what you want to learn. And being young kind of sucks in that regard, because you know what? You got to wait till you get, oh, they're going to let me go. That's nice of these people. You got to wait till you get out of high school to learn about the things that you want to learn. And so I hope your Monday is filled with tons of learning. I hope it's learning about things you care about. If it's stuff that feels forced, you get to learn about it and make the most of it. Don't daydream like I did, okay? You guys are much better than me. Kids walking pigs. I can't make this up. Promise you. FFA in full swing on a Monday morning. People, I love you. I miss you. Rock your Monday. And I'll see you tomorrow. Sound good?